Welcome back to the Millennial Dentist Podcast, a podcast all about working smarter, not harder. Pushing dentists to go beyond dental school dentistry and build the practice of your dreams. Here is your host, the Millennial Dentist himself, Dr. Sullivan.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Millennial Dentist Podcast. Wow. It has been a minute. I am super pumped to be back and recording again. Honestly, it's kind of been one of those, COVID happened and then the new building started and life happened. And next thing you know, you haven't released an episode in basically a year. And thanks for tuning back in. I'm so excited about this podcast. For me, when we started the podcast 111 episodes ago, I was 2017. Just had kind of started into practice ownership, was still trying to kind of figure out what it is that I was doing. And really the podcast at that point was kind of like it was therapeutic for me. And it was also kind of like this opportunity for me to record with people, ask questions with people, to try to grow my own knowledge, and then hopefully at some point pass along and some information to people and really have a good time and ultimately really try to create a opportunity just to relate to people, right? I mean, to have this kind of this group or community of people that gave me the opportunity to grow and share and the reality is dentistry it makes you feel like you're on an island sometimes. So anyways, all that's to say that it's just been a wild ride. So I'm excited just to bring you up to speed on things. The podcast is coming back with a vengeance. So 2023, we've already got about 10 to 12 episodes in the pipe that we've recorded that are going to be coming out over the coming weeks. And I'm pumped. There's been so much change. I'm a different person. We've done so much with our practice. We're doing so much in education. I'm just really excited to be able to share and to kind of help you grow and learn and hopefully have a good time along the way. So anyways, what to kind of expect? Well, one, when I first started the podcast, it was myself, Daniel Holsinger, pediatric dentist in Chattanooga now. He's kind of moved on. And then Dr. Payray. Y'all love Dr. Payray. Well, I'm sure that I'm sure we'll have Dr. Payray on a couple times. I'm sure I won't be able to keep him away. But it's going to look a little different. So part of this is going to be trying to kind of go through my own journey of things and see where we want to go now, where we're going now that we have this big space with new technology and just where dentistry is changing. And then we're going to continue to do what we've always done, which is try to seek out, the people that are the movers and shakers in our industry and learn from them and whatnot. So I'm excited about kind of the new, exciting, different version of the Millennial Dentist podcast. So specifically what to expect. Well, I'm now in 11,000 square feet. We've got 4 doctors here now with a 5th on the way, hoping to add a 6th this year. And so it's just a different kind of style of practice. We've got 24 employees, I think. And so we're kind of wading through that, the pros, the cons, how do you scale, what's good about it, what's not so good about it, and so we're going to talk a lot about that. I'm sure that will come into play. We got new associates. How do you transition from losing an associate? We're losing our first associate this year to adding associates and kind of continuing to kind of grow that practice. Those will be things we talk about. And then ultimately, for me, it's really technology driven. What new technologies out there that we're going to talk about? It was CEREC and implants and things like that early on. And now it's printing, it's 5-axis mills, it's photogrammetry. It's all these different things that we're going to be adding and kind of discussing and trying to kind of break through on what to use. And it's going to be good. And then let's see, last but not least, honestly, I want this podcast moving forward to continue to be an outlet for all of us to engage and grow and be real with each other. And, it's been so fun over the past couple of years that those of you that continue to follow on social when the podcast was not up and running is that I've gotten more and more engaged with 3D Dentist. And the stuff we're doing over there with our mastermind programs and our other education has really just kind of created a unique community where there's just not, it's nothing like that kind of support that when you find other like-minded dentists that you have that kind of group to engage in and keep you accountable on. And so my hope is that this podcast can continue to be an extension of that. And that though I may not see you every day, or you may not talk to me in person all the time, that through this radio or these AirPods or this speaker, that hopefully we can connect on a way that motivates you, inspires you, and ultimately allows all of us to kind of push our profession forward. So without further ado, I hope you jump into the first episode and enjoy this version of the Millennial Dentist podcast. And hey, please connect with me on Instagram at Millennial Dentist and MillennialDentist@gmail.com, 2 L's and 2 N's. And I look forward to what's to come in 2023. Everybody work smarter, not harder.
Thank you for listening to The Millennial Dentist. Visit us online at MillennialDentist.com.